right back, Charlie's definitely.
People, Deluded, I'm back again. Arsenal therapy sessions, it's all great. We've got depth and everybody's shining. We kicked off the Champions League in the best way. It was a difficult test against Bilbao. And yeah, man, you know, the only goal we've conceded, the only L we've suffered was against the reigning champions, Liverpool, courtesy of a wonderful free kick. Obviously, in the game, there were still issues. I think in these 4 or 5 games we've played in the league and Champions League up until this point, there's a lot of things we can improve. I'm not expecting everything to be clicking, but the main thing is we're getting results, people. Now, as I just said there, lovely to beat Bilbao, lovely to get 3 points. And you know what? I have to give Mikel Arteta credit because we're very critical about his use of substitutions. And when he does it, Trossard and Martinelli made the difference, got us the 3 points. Shout out Jury and Timber, shout out Mosquera as well, because I don't want their performances to go understated. Now, obviously, to the casual football fan, with the greatest of respect to Bilbao, if it's not Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid or Barcelona, maybe give or take, and on occasion Sevilla, depending on how good they are, I do think the casual football fan kind of not looks down on Bilbao, but thought we're just, maybe it's because they're looking down because they're not watching La Liga. Maybe it's because, you know, we're doing our thing. They thought it was going to be a walkover. Bilbao, as you know, they're a stubborn outfit. They were committed. They made us bleed for the 3 points, as Nico Williams said before the game. Literally, you would have saw, you know, Marino got a knock, Gyökeres got a knock, and to be honest with you, Gabriel Magalhaes, his head must be made of serious titanium steel, because I don't know how he was running around like nothing happened. Of course, I do think, you know, I think the build-up play was there, but we really only had the ball in areas where probably Bilbao wanted in our own half. We still need to work on progressing it into midfield, line breaking passes. I personally think we could have fed Eze, Gyökeres, and we're still right-hand centric. Madueke of the 3 probably had the most of the ball, but feed them as well, create more clear-cut chances. But yeah, man, obviously Bilbao had half chances, Gyökeres had half chances. I think in the first half, actually, Gyökeres and Madueke had the most chances from an Arsenal perspective. Now, if we marry the stats with our eyes, obviously these were not, there wasn't no clear-cut kind of chances. And the one thing I would say, Arsenal fans, is get used to depth. You know, I've been saying this all summer, Martinelli and Trossard, if your form's out this world, you'll play, or better yet, start games. But that's what you lot need to do. Martinelli against tired legs is cash money. Lightning struck twice. As you know, Martinelli away from home the last 2 years now, 2-3 years, against Sevilla and now Bilbao struck. And Martinelli needs that. Whether you like him or not, the man's at the football club and he's probably aware of the criticism on social media and how Arsenal fans are viewing him. Evidently, he's a professional footballer. They know when they're not doing well. And when you saw him score and you saw, obviously, teams celebrate with everyone, but you saw Calafiori pointing to his name, I think he needed that. We need everyone to be confident and ready and going. Would have loved to have seen Wanyeri, Downman or Miles Lewis-Skelly, but it is what it is. Congratulations to Hincapie and Norgard for actually making their debuts in Arsenal shirts. And Eze and Madueke kick off their Champions League careers with a win. So it's all fun and games. And Mosquera, I'm convinced one day he's going to be world class. He's 21. We do need to keep our feet on the ground. I do think this early season, Arsenal fans are moving a bit mad. Like, mainly on social media, like, does Madueke keep Saka out the side? Does Mosquera keep Saliba out the side? It'll be interesting to see what Mikel Arteta does going into the against Manchester City. Is he going to go with, you know, if Odegaard's fit, is Odegaard going to go back in? Is Saliba going to go back in? Saka isn't there, but for argument's sake, is Saka going to go back in? Or is he going to keep up with Mosquera, who hasn't put a foot wrong? 13 million. It's not going to, one day, Berta's going to get arrested for a RICO case, because how on God's green earth you got Mosquera for 13 million? If I was a Valencia fan, I'd be absolutely fuming. I'm not going to lie. I think there's scope for a right-back, people, because God forbid if anything happens to Mosquera, our right-sided centre-half, or there's any trouble with Benjamin White returning from injury, probably looking at Calafiori at right-back, if I'm honest with you, man. So, yeah, man, we're doing our thing, man. We're seeing depth. People are shining. People are coming on against tired legs. We wanted depth, and it still hasn't sunk in, man. We've got more players than we can count. And to be fair with you, you look at the players that were in that side, either starting or obviously on the bench, and then you factor in, whether you like him or not, if Kai Havertz is fit, if Saka is fit, who else is missing? Benjamin White, who drops out? Like, it's lit, man. Everyone likes a Mosquera now. That's funny, man. Boy, where you getting at? I was here when the greater Arsenal fan base was doubting Mosquera. I saw them name names. It weren't me. I really want Saka left wing would unlock our attack. Nah, Saka is good on the right hand side, man. I don't want to damage that relationship. If anything, I'm all for whether it's Madueke, Eze, Martinelli, Trossard, or fit Gabriel Jesus, whoever the hell's on the left, swapping. I'm not moving Saka left wing, man. I'm not on it. Keep him on the right hand side, man. And I want us to be slightly more left hand centric because I don't think Eze was amazing. I think there's things Eze could have done better. I think he's unlucky not to score. Great challenge, last ditch challenge in the first half. But I think we need to get him on the ball more. I don't know how we do it, but find him, man. Norgard will be back up for right back. He's the party replacement after all. To be fair, it wouldn't surprise me if him or Zubimendi go right back. Such is life, man. If you haven't smashed the like button, smash the like button. Levan, appreciate you. This is Martinelli's role from now. Impact sub. This is what it's going to be. Or finisher, as Mikel Arteta said. You'll start against Port Vale. You're an option. Again, whether you like Martinelli or not, games like that where I would say Bilbao started to smell a bit of blood, and so did we. Some teams are trying to go for it. You know, the first half, it's a tactical battle. We knew what time it was. Mikel Arteta against Valverde. And it'd probably be the same with Pep Guardiola. We knew what time it was. But the minute there's openness in the game, this is where Trossard, and to be fair, not so much Trossard, more so Martinelli can shine. Respectfully, if you don't like Martinelli, not saying you, but whoever doesn't like Martinelli, you got to look at these players as tools. He's got pace. Anyone that's played football, if you're a right back or left back, you don't want to play against pace. You don't want to play against pace when you have tired legs. You don't want to play against pace when you're chasing a game. So we've got tools, whether we like these guys or not, whether they've got a short, medium, or long term here. Everybody's got a role to play in some capacity. And, you know, Mikel Arteta, you box smartly against Bilbao. I do think, kind of like how your subs made the impact against Bilbao, I think there was scope to do that against Liverpool per se, or do things differently. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to cry about spilt milk. I feel actually, you know what? Yeah, obviously the Bilbao game or the potential negatives, you know, we're not seeing created clear-cut chances. We could move the ball a bit quicker. I actually feel the game plan, there's question marks over that, quote unquote. But I don't think, for me anyways, they're isolated to the Bilbao game. I think I've been very consistent in everything I'm saying in terms of areas, apologies, of improvement from the Man United game up until this date, right? But I must admit, and obviously, again, we can never underestimate how Bilbao played, because they were very good structurally, tactically. They were, you know, they were on us. They were good. They had a good performance. Probably unlucky not to get a draw. Obviously, individual brilliance and our managers changing made the difference. But I actually feel the players yesterday, man, like at least in the first half, like first touches ain't quite there. A lot of loose passes, losing a lot of duels. Obviously, we're great defensively and that saved us, but I think the players were moving. I don't know if they were drunk or whatnot, but I think it was more on the players in the first half, if I'm brutally honest with you lot, man. And I'm normally quite critical. You build, but bro, like you said there, D, they pressed well, they were structured, you know, they were on it. They had some half. I think both teams had half chances in the first half. None were like, oh my God, kind of moments. If anything, where just at the last 11th hour, Eze, you know, it was plucked off his feet. They had a couple of efforts that whistled wide. I don't want to be that guy, and we did, you know, keep a clean sheet, get 3 points, keep a bit of momentum building on from Nottingham Forest and Bilbao going into the City game. I don't want to be that guy, but, and I know Arsenal fans, we always comment on this, but the referees, man, we look like we're getting back to 23-24 defensively. I hope it continues. Now, obviously, we're going to concede goals. I'd be shocked if we keep a clean sheet against City. At the end of the day, our centre-backs can cope with Haaland, but it's City, in it really. But at this moment in time, wonderful goal from Szoboszlai is the only goal we conceded. And I actually think that was preventable, not the free kick. Well, not at the point they've been given the free kick. Szoboszlai lines it up and takes it. More the sequences that led to that, man. We'll be playing free-flowing football by November. Not sure if it's too soon to start peaking. Maybe we should delay that moment till February. Boy, you're smarter than that. We need to get away from that kind of language that we're saving ourselves to the end of the season and whatnot. Obviously, it's been 5 games. I'm not expecting us to, any team, I'm not expecting us to be free-flowing and all these things. And whatever Mikel Arteta is working on to evolve this side, especially in the attacking sense, probably only going to see that 10 games into the season and beyond. But yeah, I don't think it's that. So naturally, 10 games in, you're gonna start peaking. I don't think it's a that thing. Right now, we just have to get points on the board in all competitions. Just have to get wins, man. Feel good factor. For obvious reasons, you need to win games. So I'm not gonna, you know, Champions League, you win games, you win the competition or you advance. Premier League, we need to win games, so we win it. But away from the obvious reasons of winning games and needing to win games, feel good factor, optimism, everybody's shining. You know, Calafiori's, you know, not put a foot wrong. You know, Miles Lewis Skelly, Wanyeri, Dowman, they're chomping at the bit and doing well with their moments. Mosquera's coming and done well. Madueke's coming and done well. And that is something that I'm happy with the depth, because not even just last season, in general, we have said we've got a good 11. We haven't really said we've got a good squad, but we have kind of said we've got a good squad. But we've all seen at Arsenal, if a couple men are not having the best days or people are missing, you can evidently see that. Like, you look at Mosquera and Madueke, more so heavy on the Madueke. Mosquera's got bare potential, and I think people move like he's just some raw academy prospect. This is a man that played 30-40 times for Valencia last season, done well against Madrid. But if you're not gonna be like, he's not better than Saliba right now. Madueke definitely is not better than Saka. We all know this. But if you're not gonna, like, it's like if the first 11 is here, yeah, I'm not expecting Madueke or Mosquera, maybe Mosquera in time. I'm not expecting them to take it to another level. Just make sure it doesn't drop. And sometimes I think that's been the case. Ironically, PSG last season in the Champions League, you know, Partey weren't there. We had to move right. We had to move Rice from the 8 to the 6. Marino had to drop from up front into midfield. And you started to see that. Like, now it looks like we've got players that can just plug and play. Obviously, you know, the way we play with Gyökeres slightly is going to be different from Marino or Trossard or Martinelli or this one in midfield or this one who inverts from right back or left back. But I kind of like that, man. There's more plug and play. There's more options. And to be honest with you, Arteta, you've got the tools. You've got the toolbox. It's down to you now. DG, for me, Martinelli is a work in progress, and I hope Arteta can unleash his full potential. I disagree, and I agree. I disagree because I think it's down to Martinelli. At the end of the day, you're old enough, you're ugly enough. We've seen you blossom at this football club. What, you joined us at like 17, 18 years of age. You're, you know, in your mid-20s now. Brazil international, played a lot of games for this football club. When I look at decision making and all these things, obviously I'm not an idiot. I'm sure the manager's doing what he can to improve you. I'm sure you're trying to do your thing, but yeah, like, it don't, like, you haven't got there in it. Like, you haven't developed specifically. I feel a bit sorry for you, because that's we know with Martinelli what he did yesterday. That's cash money. The game opens up. You're laughing, but because of the way teams sat up against us, because of the way we play, I don't think you get the best out of Martinelli. So he's kind of a sacrificial lamb. I still maintain, as much as I love him and I want him to continue this, a part of me thinks for Martinelli to get to his best form, he probably needs to leave. But for now, you're a tool available. I hope he can, but realistically, Martinelli's not going to play through the middle. Like, he's not going to play through the middle, even in the press conference. Now, it could have slipped Mikel Arteta's mind, but he was asked about strikers. He mentioned Marino and Trossard away from, obviously, Gyökeres. And if we realistically look at it, Gyökeres, I know he's not fit and he might be gone, but Gyökeres, Gabriel Jesus, Marino, Trossard, such is life. I'm probably missing somebody. Kai Havertz, they're all playing up front before Martinelli. So the up front thing, it's not that he can't bang. It's not going to happen here. So I hope it works. But it was nice to see this decision made. Even the finish from Martinelli, I don't want to say he didn't think, but I feel that's when Martinelli's at his best, when you have split seconds to kind of think. Maybe a touch of fortune from Unai Simon, but good finish from Martinelli. And more than anything, confidence for him and Trossard. Even Trossard, like, what's that? You've had a hand in 3 goals in 2 games off the bench now. So keep doing your job. And to be fair, if you're a starter, you know, they're putting pressure on you. Obviously, we don't want Madueke or Eze drop for Trossard and Martinelli. But if Arteta is considering it, or these players are thinking, boy, as much as I'm happy to win, I played more than these lot and I never bagged, I'm in issues. But I will say this, Martinelli and Trossard, but Martinelli's got one of the, currently, I'm shameless, got one of the best goals and assists to minutes ratios for us in the Champions League. What we say, Martinelli FC. And if you weren't with Martinelli, stay over there. Look, that's one thing as well. Where's all you idiots? That's always like, oh, DG, your guy Martinelli, you believe in him. I know there's going to be many twists and turns, bumps and bruises, but today you can't talk to me. Where are you lot? Where are you lot? Come center stage immediately. Smash the like button as you're joining the stream. Martinelli didn't get time to think. He simply had to make decisions as they were presented to him. That's when he's at his best for Vela Walcott. Be a bit respectful to Theo Walcott. I can't lie, Walcott's better than Martinelli still. Like, Theo Walcott, I was very critical in your decision making and all that. Boy, if we get injuries at right back, then Nelly goes there for sure. Oof. Boy, we'll have to see. We should be destroying Athletic. Williams was injured as well. We got the 3 points. I disagree. Of course, I want to see us blitz size. And, you know, maybe if we were more free-flowing and all the things and questions we have around attacks and whatnot, people, maybe we could have. But I think you have, like, Bilbao are not little, man. Did they not finish 3rd or something last season in La Liga? They've got a very good manager. They're very good structurally. Obviously, they're playing at home. They ain't been in Champions League for time. They're buzzing for it, really. So I'm not too sure. And then even if you want to say that, I know we've got depth, but if we're going to do that, Cypher, then we never had Saliba. We never had Odegaard. We never had Saka. Potentially Kai Havertz. These are four players. I could be shameless to say Benjamin White, even though Timber's my first choice. You could say 5 players that, quote unquote, could make up Arsenal's strongest 11. So got the 3 points. Yo, DG, look forward to the stream later. Really enjoy the neutral streams. No stress regarding the result. Big up yourself. 4 p.m. I've got Kenny Ken and DJB. 7:30, we are watching Bayern Munich, Chelsea. Tomorrow, we're watching Newcastle, Barcelona. The weekend, we're probably going to watch Man United. I think they're playing in the evening. I think they got Chelsea. I could be wrong on that. Merseyside Derby, we'll be watching that. And obviously on Sunday, we'll watch along business for City versus Arsenal, where, yeah, man, let's slaughter them, bro. Walcott actually faster, I guess. Walcott had freak speed. Now, I'm not going to lie, bro. Walcott's decision-making was better. I'm not going to lie. Walcott was better than Martinelli. When you sit there and deep it, he was better than him. The only thing that used to annoy me with Theo is he didn't know whether I wanted to be a striker or whatnot. Like, to be fair to Martinelli, like, couple of assists that I've seen Walcott do, you can't do. Like, we all remember Champions League, Liverpool away. Martinelli can't do that. DG, do you think Arsenal are good to watch? It depends what you define as good to watch. Because a lot of people watch football, but they don't know what they're looking for. Are we the most entertaining side in the world? No. Is this the most entertaining? For people that just care about football at base level, are we the most entertaining side? 100% we're not. Are we the most entertaining Arsenal side we've seen? Definitely not. I've seen Invincibles used to play great football. We did nothing in the Emirates era, but we only, at our point, only could Barcelona talk to us. But we're good defensively. We're good structurally off the ball. You know, you look at the invertedness. If you like all that nerdy stuff, we're good. Of course, I want to be entertained a bit more. My only pet peeve with Mikel Arteta, for me, keep doing everything. I like the U-shaped football. I like the mid-low defensive blocks. I like the emphasis on defending. I even like the set pieces. I just want these to be added tools rather than what we're relying on. I just want to see a bit more in the final third. I just want to see a bit more unpredictability. That's all. That's why we love football. You know, you remember some of the highs that you have whether you support Arsenal or not around individual, you know, Ronaldo scoring bangers or Thierry Henry dribbling past the whole team. I think we need to facilitate those kind of moments. I think it's too logical, if that makes sense. But I don't want us to go the other way. I don't want us to just be free flowing and yeah, defensively we're shaky. Just a bit of paprika, just a bit of seasoning. I agree. Walcott better and faster. City at home, Port Vale, Newcastle away, Olympiacos, West Ham and Fulham. We're going to need the whole squad. I'm yet to be impressed with both Zubi and Rice on the pitch. Time will tell. Partnership still developing, man. If we win, then it was a good watch. Trust. Fair play. Fair play. Destroy Athletic, man. Don't watch La Liga. Big up yourself, DS. Martinelli issue is he just has to have better off-the-ball movement. He can get into striker positions from left wing. He used to do it a lot in 2022-23. It's true. It's true. And I guess that is on Martinelli. But also at the same time, is he being told to do that by Arteta? Or is he being told to do something else to be fair to him? But again, Martinelli's great on it when he relies on instinct. But what I would say to that is that's the issue. The best footballers are instinctive. They do instinctive things, but they're also calculated. And when we're talking about relying on instinct and doing things off the cuff and less time to think, if I'm completely honest, not that we say that about them because they're all mature. We should be saying that about an 18-year-old Miles Lewis-Skelly, a 15-year-old Max Dowman, you know, a Wanyeri who's 18. You're a big man, Martinelli. You're one of the most experienced players. So, yeah, man, I don't know. But for this season, you're going to be utilized. Mosquera looked good in those games. The play starts with the centre-backs, which is not who we want dictating the play. Zubi/Rice needs to control those games. That's why the first half was frustrating. To be honest, I think Bilbao did a good job of just getting our midfield out of there. So I guess there's something for Arteta to tweak. Maybe in terms of build-up play, can we do something else? I do think Zubimendi tried to get on the ball. I do think people are exaggerating, but I don't think Rice had his best of games. And all of you lot that wanted to get him to take him off, who won the header in what ultimately led to Martinelli's goal? So yeah, man. But this is what I mean. Whether it's been Bilbao, whether it's been Liverpool, even though we scored 5 against Leeds, even though we put 3 past Nottingham Forest, Man United, we got the result, not necessarily the performance. I still am talking about the same old things. We've conceded 1 goal in 5 games. A rocket, our defense is bossing it. But that's, you know what, you're right. And I'm not trying to put a damper on it. But Arsenal fans, for give or take, for about 2-3 years now, we know we're good defensively. Like, we know we're good defensively. That's nothing new. We need to keep doing that. We need to be talking about that in the final third. Because again, Gyökeres, I think people are disingenuous. I don't think Gyökeres was amazing. He definitely weren't bad, but it's another game where I do think we're starving our attackers. Timber and Madueke need to work on their final balls into the box. Yeah, Madueke, all I want to see from you is end product now, man. I like you. You're a lot better than I gave you credit for, even though I said to give the man a chance. End product. The only thing I was annoyed with Madueke yesterday is when he hit the post, just because I was thinking, just use your right peg. You know how left foot is. I don't want to use it. Just use your right peg. Use your right peg. But yeah, man, work in progress, man, as a collective. Will Odegaard be fit for City? I don't know. And to be fair, I don't even know if everybody's fit. How does Mikel Arteta approach it? Does he persist with Madueke and Eze? Could you even bring in Merino up front and then Gyökeres off the bench? Will he persist with Gyökeres? What do you do in midfield? Do you put Eze in midfield, which we ain't seen yet, and then Martinelli to obviously help defensively? Do you put Odegaard in? I know people would rather Wanyeri and Eze, and I don't really want to be talking about my winger in Martinelli's case, what he does backwards, nor do I, while I can comprehend it, I would rather talk about Odegaard's quality and defense splitting passes and all that jazz. But the press, he does lead the press. And I don't want to leverage that, but you do lose stuff if you haven't got these players in. Will Mikel Arteta go with that? I don't know. I really have no clue. The only, not that I'm the gaffer. If I was a better man, I could probably pick the back five. That's obviously Timber, probably Calafiori. You actually don't know. It could be Hincapie. It could be Calafiori. It could be Mars Lewis Skelly. But if I was a better man, Calafiori, Timber, obviously, where the hell is White? Raya's obviously in goal. Shout out you, Kepa. We ain't seen you yet. And Saliba, well, not even Saliba. Well, I can't. You can't. Gabriel Magalhaes, probably Calafiori, Gabriel Magalhaes, Timber, Raya. You actually don't know. Will he persist with Mosquera and say, you know what? Saliba might be fit, but you ain't put a foot wrong. You did your thing against Liverpool. You did your thing against Nottingham Forest. Fair enough, I won't say Liverpool tested us bare, but you did what you need to do against some top attackers. People can laugh at Nottingham Forest, but Chris Wood is one of the most difficult strikers to play against in the league. You did your thing there. Done your thing against Bilbao. Should be raring with confidence. Does he go with Mosquera, or was he thinking, do you know what? I might have been able to risk Saliba against Nottingham Forest. Give him a couple of days. He was on the bench against Bilbao. Let's not force it. Couple of days. And now he's back in. And to be fair, beyond the obvious reasons as to why we want to beat City, it's become a rivalry. It's a top 6 game. We want to win as many games as possible. Bro, defensive. Arteta, against City, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, keep everything you're doing defensively. I need to see a bit more in an attacking sense, because City, I've never seen them this vulnerable. I need to see Donnarumma making a million saves, just like De Gea a few years ago at the Emirates. So I do smell blood in that regards. It all depends what the gaffer wants to go with, man. I'm not looking forward to seeing Donnarumma, man. The wounds ain't even healed against PSG. So it'll be interesting. Honestly, you can't really pick the lineup. And also I would say, on top of us wanting to beat City, they're obviously going to want revenge. They got humiliated last year. But also we've got to make it count, because what? We played on the Saturday. They played on the Sunday. We've now played on the Tuesday. Obviously, we have to travel back and whatnot. But they're playing in the Champions League on Thursday, and then obviously Sunday against us. Make that count, because we need to be looking like we've had more rest than them. Make it count. DJ, I really feel it's more difficult to play with the control we're displaying right now. I give Arteta credit. Facts. Nelly is a transitional player relying on raw speed against teams that play low blocks. He lacks the footballing brain to make an impact. It's true, man, unfortunately. But then even that, yeah, you're right. And that's where a part of me thinks he would do better at a team that's more on the end-to-end thing. But also I would say, even though that does cripple him, exclude this year, the last 2 seasons, despite all of that, and sometimes he hasn't had the play ain't been going down the left. Spurs last season, like, there's been numerous times, regardless of that, Martinelli there'll be 3 actions that could result in either getting a goal or an assist. He will do 2 of the 3 right. But the one that makes the difference, smash the light button, violating, is what makes the issues. Like, I don't know. Odegaard's got the ball. He stayed on side. He's made the run. Odegaard's fed him. He's taken a very good first touch. That's 2 actions in it, because 1 is making the run. 2 is obviously the touch. And then whether it's to slot it near or far post, whether it's to delay shooting, whether it's to get your head up and lay it across goal, that's where Donny struggles. So even though I think, we've been talking about Martinelli, there's certain controllables you need to control. And I must admit, Martinelli's one of them players now, not in a negative way. I just accept you for what you are. You're a tool. I know against tired legs, I'm bringing you on. I know you're a good rotation option. I know if it's one of those crazy games, you're going to do your thing. You're unpredictable, which is a gift and a curse. I also know, like, flip it on its script. Let's go to that Liverpool game. Let's just say we scored a mad free kick. Klopp went, you know what, fuck it, we're going for it. Like, we're going for it. Like, and we're under bare pressure, under the cosh at Anfield. They're making bare noise. They're doing what they're doing. Now, obviously, I've got a bit of confidence because we're a great defensive team. But put yourself in slot shoes just for this example. You're not only going to focus on your attackers, you're going to tell, in their case, Kirkes or Robertson and Frimpong, forget defending, fly a bit more forward. Now, if you bring on Martinelli, as we're soaking up pressure, obviously he'll put in a defensive shift, but then it gives the fullback something to think about, because if you're Frimpong, whether Martinelli's good or not, you know if you get caught in a foot race with him, it's long. This is how we have to look at Martinelli now as well. I'm happy because it's a bit disingenuous, but I'm actually happy I got what I wanted, which was Martinelli and Trossard staying. I actually wanted a left winger. Trossard's back in the role that you need to be. I don't want to. It's a bit disingenuous to say you're a super sub, but that's when his first year when he signed for us, when he was a super sub. This is your thing, Trossard. You come off the bench, just make something happen. And to be fair, you have to know your teammates. And I'll even give Trossard credit because it was better decision making from Martinelli for the assist. But then if I hyper focus on that, was it really? Or did Trossard know? I know my teammate. I know where he's going to put that ball. Because Trossard actually just kind of makes a slight little movement to the ball, shapes himself, obviously puts the ball in the back of the net. There was a touch of fortune on both goals. But again, in life, you make your own luck. And that's what we did, people. Subscriber only mode business now. Smash the like button if you haven't done such already, man. And keep your thoughts coming. I've got a bag of things to go over, man. But yeah, man. The league on a segment of this fan base. I big up Lee, man. I'm getting him on the platform in due time. He's chatting today. We're all in arms about Mosquera. I stopped scouting them when it became clear they hadn't done the scouting on Mosquera. So if they changed that, I didn't see. To be fair though, man, people are allowed to be proven wrong. If I'm honest, man. I do think there's too much one-upmanship in our fan base, man. So yeah, man. All it takes is a jammy goal. But hey, stay over that side. Stay over that side. Stay over that side if you weren't with Martinelli. I've seen Saka score bare jammy goals. I love him. Same way. Boy, they're not talking bad on us. I smashed the like button, my Martinelli lovers, because there might not be too many days like this. A broken clock is right twice a day. Martinelli was right yesterday. We're living. Talk on my striker now. My Bandulu Brazilian. Crazy. Unique qualities. That had shades of Eden Hazard, of Alexis Sanchez, of Alexander Isak, of Haaland, of Mbappe. I'm just saying bare players. It's not even making sense. I'm just saying bare players. I am shameless. There's a reason Rodrigo got dropped from Brazil and Carlo Ancelotti selects him. There's a reason Jurgen Klopp, who delivered the first Premier League title for Liverpool after 30 years and won the Champions League and bare things, called him the talent of the century. Am I shameless? Bet your bottom dollar I am. But I have to sit here and take all this crap. So I'm not going to, I ain't a snitch. So I ain't going to even say some of the users, but you're here every minute, Martinelli shit. Oh, DG, I told you, Martinelli shit, man. Where's he playing? Like, I'm Mikel Arteta as well. I've had to take a lot of this nonsense. So you think I'm not going to enjoy my day? You lot can't talk to me until City. You know he's scoring against City. In the last 2 years, whatever man have to say about Martinelli, what's that? Sevilla in the champs, bright lights. Yesterday against Bilbao, bright lights. Played well, and I'm sure he got assists in both games against City, Man City last season. The year before that, he bagged. Liverpool, the game that just went's the only time he hasn't turned up. Big game player he is. Everyone's a driller until the driller's in the room, man. Oh, Martinelli, do. Ethan is good on the attack. I prefer Ethan in the first half than Martin in the second. If that was the case, I'd rather go the other way. I'd rather bet on, because again, the game's going to start off as a tactical battle. Then as it starts to play out, then I'd bet on Ethan. Even that, is he going to go with Ethan against City? Because you've got two overthinkers now with Pep Guardiola and Mikel Arteta. And for me, football's decided at both ends. Obviously, you know, City they're not in tune. They're not in sync right now. There's a lot of issues. They beat United, which is a team they should be beating, but football's decided in both ends. Obviously, they've got great midfielders. I think Rangers was shit against United. I'll be real with you, but he's very good and he'll have to be better. Foden's buzzing. Jeremy Doku's annoying to play against. Timber will lock him up same way. But football has decided at both ends, as we know, right? They've got a world-class striker in Haaland. They've got a world-class striker in Donnarumma. And it's about margins. If there's 10 shots and Donnarumma saves 9, all we need to do is be right once. Haaland might miss 9 shots. All he needs to do is score once. Just win your battles. You might lose, win the war. You might lose battles. So let's just keep going, man. What revisionism? I can't say that word. Revisionism on Martinelli. Well, everybody knows the problems with Martinelli, but you have to give him his clout. I didn't change. In my mind, you don't see Martinelli. I genuinely see Luis Suarez and Alexis Sanchez. He absolutely has unique qualities. Oh, Martinelli. Zubamendi, Rice, Eze trio versus City. Boy, you're talking my language, but I think we're dream chasing. I think we're dream chasing. I can't see that. I can't see Mikel doing that. I think you're more likely to see Mikel Merino in midfield. I'd want to see it though. Again, I do think we need to. If Eze's going to play on the left, it's not really a left winger thing like that. We know this, but I just think naturally we need a bit like how I want more chances for Gyökeres, bro. Eze, feed him, and I listen. It's above my pay grade. I don't know how he does it, but I do think we struggle to consistently get the ball into midfield, and then when it's in midfield, pick those passes that's going to harm the opposition. Pardon me. And it could be decided on individual brilliance. Eze's got that in abundance, really. Eze should definitely play 10 row and let Odegaard fully get over his shoulder injury. I hope I'm wrong, yeah, but my hot take, I think Odegaard might have surgery, man, because what's that? That's the second time. I'm no physio, no doctor. I don't know nothing about all that stuff, but if it's, and I don't even know if it's been popped, but if it's been popped twice, it's going to pop again, innit? How much times, and bearing in mind, he's you'd expect someone in their 50s, 60s to be saying this. The man's in his 20s. How much times are we going to just keep popping it in before they say, all right, so you need to have surgery? I think he's going to have surgery. And again, I don't know how long, how many weeks or months you're out, but I think it's a surgery thing, if I'm honest, man. I think he would play Merino so he can bully the midfielder. I want Wanyeri, though. It's tricky because if Rice is fit, do you leave him out to play Eze there? Our best 11 will shape up as we play more. Against City, I can't leave it. I can't leave Rice out. There's no way we get that win without Rice. Yeah, you'd have to draw for a Norgard. We need that still. We need that guy. And Rice does help with the press. He does help us win the ball further up the field. You need Rice out there, man. We need Rice out there. Need Rice out there, man. I want to see it. Eze will cook in the 10, innit? It'd be interesting if Saka was fit. DGR set piece for D is awful and creative play was second worst in the league. Go on, Arteta, put Eze in midfield, let him cook. We know the defenses levels need to win games that come down to fine margins. That's our thing. Obviously, we did against United. We did against Bilbao. We need to make that a commonality. You said it there. Like, I'm not trying to rain on our parade, but we know our defense is 30. Of course, Mosquera's come into the mix. Hincapie's there. It does feel like Calafiori is like a new signing. In fact, to be fair, word to Arsene Wenger, he's always been ahead of the curve. When all these injured players are back, it will feel like new signings. And I actually include Max Dowman as a new signing. And you know what? Max Dowman off the bench against City, he's got the ability to win pens. You lot saw the Real Madrid game yesterday. Sorry, people, let me open my window. You lot saw the Real Madrid game yesterday. Big up you lot. Did I not tell you lot when, because we was reacting to the game as Thingy was on. When Marseille took the lead, yeah, did I not tell you lot, rah, Marseille will score first. In fact, before that, did I not say Marseille will score first? These lot will end up winning. Buki pen. The second pen that Real Madrid got, Berta, I know you got connections. Let's stop fighting injustice and become darkness now. Let's just start paying off fresh, man. By hook or by crook, Champions League Prem needs to land at this football club, man. All the rivals sing that bullshit chant. Oh, same old off, man. Always cheating. So let's do that then. Eddie Guerrero settings. I want us to be villains, man. Because we're unbearable as Arsenal fans anyways. The world better pray and conspire against us. Because, if we win the Prem, I'll be doing the most. If we win the champs, boy, even me, I'll become a villain. When Zinchenko is overlapping instead of inverting for one period of play, I don't think it's rocket science that Nelly would sit narrow or drift inside to give Zini space to overlap. That's what I want to see broadly, but that's what we need. Was some of Nelly's off-the-ball movement not a product of Xhaka and Zinchenko either telling them where to run? Yeah, 100%, but we've kind of moved away from that, if I'm honest. And I still think the right-hand side, obviously everything's tactics, but I think the right-hand side, Arteta kind of facilitates the individuals a bit more, whether that's Odegaard there, whether that's Saka doing his madness, Timber now, previously White. I think the left-hand side is more, I think it's more individual on the right. It's more of a tactical kind of thing on the left, even with what we're seeing with Eze and the way he stands. I do think Eze is a lot more now. I think anyone that's actually watching it, he's not quite as wide as Martinelli. He's quite narrow, actually, off the ball when we're defending. It just feels like it's more of a tactics thing over there. So, yeah, it's interesting comments, man. Keep them coming, man. You know I love you lot. You lot are a pleasure to be with day in, day out. Yeah, I was about to say week in, week out. It's fully day in, day out, innit? Pick up you lot. And happy to see Norgard. Where the hell's he been? If we win the Prem or Champs, my clothes are coming off. No joke. Whoa, 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 whoa. And because of your username. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, show the galley. We don't, hey, relax, relax. Tranquillo, 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 my boy. Not over here. Galley, you're more than welcome. But yeah, it's, boy, you're a madman. You're a madman. The longer Arteta prioritizes, I'm not going to lie, George. Maybe I'm 30 and I'm a bit old, yeah. But I keep seeing this acronym. What is this? OP. Yeah, OP. What is that? OOP. OOP. I don't know what it is. But yeah, the longer Arteta prioritizes his OOP needs over allowing players to be creative / expressive, we will see games determined via margins, which he always talks about. Yeah, true. And we need to be on the right side of that, out of possession. Should have thought of that. But why can't you not just say that? Why can't you not just say that? Like, why can't you not just say, like, why we got to think of cold words and shit? Not necessarily with George. Yeah. I hear it though, but I think people do too much, man, because even that season we was blisteringly good going forward, yeah. I think fans look at it on a rose tints thing because how many of them games were on knife edge? We might score 2-3 in the first half. Second half, we'll concede 2, and then Ramsdale was tipping it over the bar and all these things. So I do think Arteta needed to make us great defensively. I do think there's an element of we've gone the other way. He does need to find balance. I know life isn't simple, yeah, but if you could just marry, I can't even remember the year now, but whatever year, Odegaard, Martinelli, Demlot was Saka, Demlot was scoring goals, Jesus and Zini's first year. We can marry the attacking play with that and the defense thing we got now. And then Arteta shows a bit more proactiveness when need comes in games. We're winning Tour de France amongst everything else. We're lit. And I know Berta, I know you got something for me next summer, maybe even in January. I know you're working, man. We need to take over now. It's been too long, man. It's been too long. Stop comparing Martinelli to players that are levels. Please don't ever put him and Perez in the same sentence. Why? They're both left wingers. Big up Perez. He'll never be Perez, but there were shades of Perez there. There were shades of Isaac there. What other players could we say? Vinicius. I'm on everything. Vinicius does more for Brazil than Vinicius. I'm on the shameless stuff. There's no point talking to me for the next 24 hours about Martinelli and expecting to hear any logical conversation. I finally had my day out. Eze, shit guy, finally scored. Eze is adjusting. Rolling in the Arsenal side is different to Palace. The time he's allowed is greatly reduced. He'll raise his standard to match what we want. He's got no choice. He's got no choice. Hit the like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss streams or uploads. One love, man. Yeah, we had too many basketball matches. That's a good way to put it a couple seasons ago. I kind of prefer this way as long as we win. I like boring football. Obviously, I want to be moved. I want to be excited. But, bro, like, the exciting teams don't necessarily win shit. Do we want to be like, obviously, Postecoglou, them lot beat United. But come on, man. Come on, man. We can't just run further forward. And there's times that, don't get twisted, there might be an individual game or games Arteta might have to sit there and say, you know what, fuck this defending thing. We're going gunshot for gunshot. But that way is not sustainable. We're a stubborn unit. We cry about breaking down low blocks. We get away with it. Do you know what? If we was a bit more open, them 14 draws, which I'm not happy with, that could have been a lot more defeats. Can't wait for that Martin dribble the ball out of bounds or into the corner and 1v1 break on the left flank. Damn. 2/3 of man watching are damn freeloaders. Horrible guys, man. They don't want to see us get to 100k, man. They're hating. If you've hit the like button, one love. Some people seem happier that they were proved right about a player than happy with a win. You know how it is, man. Like the one, I don't care about rivals, but there's a special section of Arsenal fans that I feel they're just nitpicking at Gyökeres, man. Like, cool. I think you're lying if you get onto his general play. Is his general play nice? And I'm going to stop mentioning this after this. Is it the nicest? No, it's not. But I genuinely think you can't have watched yesterday or Nottingham Forest and criticized his general play. Like, he's doing his thing. It's not Jesus, but you can't sit there and say he's not playing well. Just needs to get goals, man. Seen a clip on Twitter. Eze goes to drift inside the pitch and Arteta tells him to stay wide. Well, you do want Eze to go inside, but at the same time, there is a method to the madness. In that particular moment, you might have drifted inside, and there could have been a potential 2v1 on their right-hand side or left-hand side. So again, without context, bro, like the gaffer has to tell you to do things, innit? I do want Arteta to take the shackles off a tiny bit, though, generally. Yeah, come on a serious note, Martinelli's nowhere near those guys, man. 53 likes and 140 watching. Run up the likes, you criminals. Trust me. DG, your club is second again in the Champions League table. This is crazy. Okay, we got 7 games left. DG, which team do you want Arsenal to beat in the Champions League final? Don't care who we play, bro. If God shines his light on us and we're in the Champions League, just win the game, bro. Just because my heart, I can't lie, my heart can't take getting to another final and not winning, man. I can't do it, man. I can't. I need this. If you watch the game again, Eze was drifting in and him and Rice were tripping over each other. And the individuals I think individual performances were a bit mad. Sent you a prime sub. AFC_DMB. Appreciate you. Big up the Twitch gang. Big up the Twitch gang. Hey, you lot follow suit. Appreciate you, my boy. Stop the 10 nonsense for City. He goes with the same midfield. Can't see him changing before a big game. Marino. Boy, we'll have to see. Just get me my 3 points. Martinelli can contribute off the bench. I don't want to see him near the first team. Congrats for some games from the bench. Great performance. Agreed, EG. There's no chance Rice is benched against it. I listen, weirder things have happened, but if Rice is on the bench, yeah, crazy. DG, explain who is like Suarez and Alexis. I need man to repeat it. Martinelli. I got a big catch there, didn't I? If Odegaard played like Eze yesterday, fans would be saying he's not good enough anymore. I rate Eze, by the way. Fans are weird, man. Fans are weird, bro. Some of our fans, it's weird, man. Like, I don't know what to say at this point. I have a feeling when Yeri starts versus City, only basing off the fact that he didn't get a minute yesterday. I'll believe it when I see it. I'm not going to lie. We got a full Spanish contingent. It's clear we're trying to get Nico Williams going into next season. I mean, there's a spot for you, Nico Williams, but bro, like, obviously, you have to put your pride to the side, but you're taking the piss, like, not just out of us, everybody. Like, 1 minute you're going Barca, then you're on Arsenal, then you're on Munich, and then you're signing new deals. Grab me another guy, man. I'd grab me another one. And do you know what was so good yesterday? Martinelli's decision-making was great on the pitch for once. Off the pitch, it was horrible. I don't know why he gave the Bilbao... I sound like a Grinch, but I don't know why he gave the Bilbao fan his shirt. Maybe he's going to go sign for Bilbao. You know, there must have been a little Arsenal kid who could have dealt with that. January can't come soon enough. Please, Berta, I beg, flip Nelly into some money. You think Martinelli's getting sold in January? Hey. Crazy. 5 minutes is crazy. What else have we got? He took the mick out of us and Barca. I don't want him for 80 million euros. I want to put my pride to the side, but it wouldn't, like, just leave him in it. I don't know what he's on. He probably will move next summer, but yeah. Arteta don't trust Ethan. It's showing. Don't expect him to start against City. DG, if Arsenal snack, well, I think you mean sack Arteta, who is the next manager do you think will take you to the next level? My left field choice, just based on how you do that, your defensive outlook, and I'm not watching Getafe, but the Getafe done, the dream would be for me, Luis Enrique. That's not going to happen. Can't not but admire Areola, but I don't know, man. Hopefully we don't have to get over that. No Leeds / Forest, no party. Told man about Glock Lesnar. So what did you tell us about Sesko? Because Sesko couldn't bag against Grimsby. That's a shitter side than Gyökeres has played. Man United, have manners. BR, have manners. Big up yourself. Run up the likes. But have manners. Have manners. Our struggles and your struggles are different. Very different. And even that, if Gyökeres isn't bagging, Marino is local. Kai Havertz is local. Trossard is local. Martinelli fans want him through the 9. We've got internal solutions. Have you lot? All of these men probably start for your team. What going for Mbuemo? He ain't doing nothing. I shouldn't back the bait. What going for Cunha? Oh my God, Cunha hit the target against Arsenal. He's going to be great. Dead. Flopped at Atletico. Flopped at Hoffenheim. But he's shining. You think he's going to shine? I don't know who that is, my guy, but yeah. Win trophies, levels to this. I'm airing Man United's comments. Oh, 3 and 4. And he's wearing jeans. Maybe Sesko needs to put on some jeans. That's the last I would say, man. Cunha is world class. You lot said Lisandro Martinez is world class. You know what? Sometimes ignorance has to be bliss. I believe you. You're right, bro. You're right, fam. You're right. Top 3 finishes at the club. Gyökeres, Trossard, Marino. I hear it, and I'd go with that. And it's going to sound mad, yeah, but surely you have to say Saka purely because he got the most goals. Man's wearing Air Forces. Gyökeres needs to put on Air Forces. Gyökeres can't have boot sponsorship. There's no way he's got boot sponsorship. I ain't seen him in no head and shoulders advert, nothing. He's not 30. I big up his agent. He's the only winner. His agent's chopping bread. He'll be in Saudi soon. My striker can be shit. He's got 3 and 4. If Gyökeres is shit, what the fuck is a Sesko? Literally, what the fuck is a Sesko? What the hell is a Sesko? Please. You lot have more duds up front than me. Højlund's shining, so it might not be a Højlund thing. But Højlund, Xerxes, 9.5. Oh no, he's a 10. He's shit. You lot are even I'm seeing on social media United fans even drawing out Ahmad now. Please, man. Please, respect. I try not to bite the bait sometimes, but I can't believe it. Bragging over doing 3 at the back and that. How you doing 3 at the back and you still shit? Let's not even talk about the 3rd goal you conceded against City. That's crazy. 10-man Arsenal didn't even do that. Crazy works. We held more corn for drawing against City. But then again, we held more corn for drawing against City than you lot losing. The only reason we actually held more corn than drawing when we beat them 5-1. But it's cool. We're used to the Arsenal racism. It's cool. We're used to it. Word to George Graham. Most hated and rated. A's up to be threes up. If you want Martinelli sold in Jan after yesterday, your arrival, find an enemy of Arsenal's progress. For me, it just don't make sense. Obviously, if there's serious offers, everyone's got a price in it. But you're midway through the season. We don't know what the landscape's going to look like. Like, might as well just keep these dons. I think Trossard is more likely to go. DG, I want both Prem and Champions League, but which one first? I can't lie. If it was up to me, I think for the squad, just for the mental hurdle, it's probably best you win the Prem because you've been battered and bruised in that. But the champs, man. In fact, maybe, the champs, bro. The champs. Please, Arsenal, man. I need this. Eze is your 10, drop Odegaard easy. To be fair, Odegaard's not doing his thing. Rate Gyökeres, but he's got to convert that ball over the top running from the halfway line. Forced him out wide a bit, though, man. DG, will Jamaica qualify for the World Cup? Yeah, and we're going to win it. Areola, here we go next week. Scary. Oh my God, every minute. Amarim was scary. Ten Hag was scary. Areola's going to be scary. Pogba's back. Sancho's here. Ronaldo, Casemiro, Lissandro, Martinez, best in the league. Harry Maguire, better than Van Dijk. You lot even dared to gas up Onana. I told you about these icy free goalies. The list goes on and on and on. Ahmad. The list goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on, and you're still fucking shit. Have you seen my son, Kobe Maino? Because I sure as hell ain't. Negative goal difference for the last 2 seasons. Bro, when was the last time them man there won back-to-back titles? I mean, back-to-back games. In all comps, let alone the league. 5 at the back and still one of the shittest sides defensively. Come on, man. Man divided. They can never be united, bro. Wingbacks, duddery. People, now we're going to... People, Arsenal fans specifically, we need to do better. We can't let these men drain our energy. Let's not get involved. From here on, further forward, we're not responding to them. Because United fans, they've been so shit. They're twerking for Liverpool beating us. Crazy works. And they've been twerking for City. They're used to it. We're not replying to them no more in this chat. We are better than that. We can't do it. Like, we're wasting everyone's time. Back to teams that are in 4 competitions, that are playing in Europe, that didn't go out of a League Cup during Carnival season in August. That's crazy. Back to us. Hurrah, Sesko had 50 touches in 4 games. Ooh. To be fair, that means Amarin's doing him dirty. They're not creating, but I'm not here to talk about them lot. Fuck them. Martinelli took his top off as soon as the game ended. I have a feeling he knew that family or the friends at least. I hope so. Because if it's not, he could have given that to an Arsenal one. Big up the ginger bearded one. Big up the Arsenal. That's all that matters, boys and girls. Amen. Yeah, man, we're not replying to them. But BR shit at picking football teams to support. He's great at picking content creators. So as the man said, run up the likes. It's all banter, lad. Viva Garnacho. I can't, I give Man United credit. I don't know how they managed to flog that one there to Chelsea, man. Chelsea playing real live football manager. Anyways, Ernesto Valverde allegedly said if Arsenal played in La Liga, they'd be winning 10 titles in a row. He's gassing. But I like to be lied to. In Spain, winning comes from defense, and Arsenal have the best back line in Europe right now. I mean, that's great. But we're living in England, man. Big up Ernesto Valverde. Very complimentary, but dead, man. Dead. I'm not trying to hear that. But I don't know why Ahmad is, bro. On a serious note, I don't know what Ahmad is. Sesko will bag against the big teams. Didn't score against Arsenal. Didn't score against City. No more replies, man. No, Martinelli gets in your team. Seriously, George, you're right. No more replies. No one replies. On a serious note, our squad is monstrous. Arteta's just got to box smartly. He got more options than you can count, man. And I'm sure every time we're talking about depth, we're scratching up. We forget players. I just remembered we got Norga. When Norga came off the bench, it's like, well, where you been, mate? Let's look at what's going on in the papers. Fucking hell, your careers. And do you know what? Gabriel Magalhaes, I think I said it at the start. There's something not right upstairs. Because he, in theory, like, they should both be collapsed. He's headed Gyökeres's head, and he's bopping around like nothing has happened. Gabriel Magalhaes, big up yourself. Look, there was a lot of collisions yesterday, didn't it? A lot of them. And this is what I was talking about, man. Oh, Martinelli, scored after 36 seconds. Come on. And our first goal of the Champions League campaign. All right, AFC_DMB. I don't know if you heard me, but I appreciate you doing that. And I did see that. One love. And if you got Amazon Prime, follow on Twitch and do that one, man. But it's nice to see, man. It's nice to see. Martinelli, I'm not expecting fireworks, but if this is your role to the end of the season and you help us, why not? He loves scoring in Spain, man. You know, my guy. Oh, shit, he's done it 3 times. He's done it 3 times. You lot can say whatever you want about my guy. You don't know what game this is. You know what game this is. You know what game this is. That's Real Madrid. That's Bilbao. Sevilla. The internet don't want me to thrive. Twitter don't want me to thrive. They don't want me doing Martinelli propaganda. They don't want me to thrive. So, yeah, it's not coming up. But nonetheless, let's keep moving. On a serious note, though, big up the gaffer because we're very critical about your subs. It banged. Like, it banged. You did what needed to be done. When you look at the first half, Gyökeres had 4 shots. Madueke had 3. They were our biggest threats. And realistically, there weren't no clear-cut chances. So there is stuff we could do. Those type Martinelli goals are clutch. Bro, Martinelli in free space, cash money, lad. Half of his highlights are that. If it's not Banduli finishes. Like, what would actually be the best finish you see? I'm sure I've seen you score a half volley at the Emirates. Pardon me, but you don't really score bangers. Nah, Big Gabby has a top tier head. What do you mean by that? That's crazy. I'm a bit confused. I'm just going to say I think his forehead is made of steel. I don't know what you're on. Big up you. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, big up the man for making their debuts. I can't believe we got SA, man. And I'm still onto the Bilbao player that tried to fight him. Madueke, the only thing I'm vexed with you, that when you hit the post, I was thinking, just use your right peg. You left-footed dons hate using your right peg. Martinelli said there was spacing behind. That's why Arteta put him on. Great decision. Use the tools, bro. You lot are foolish. Big up KJ. You lot are foolish in the comments. And there's me trying to be mature. We're not doing the pause thing no more. But yeah, big them up. Mosquera, I don't even need to talk on you. Love that. My guy just does his job, man. Big up Berta as well. Norgard, happy to see you, mate. And again, big up Nelly, man. Big up my guys, man. Right, Sardinho, Calafiori, Noni Madawak, that Trossard, and obviously, probably on a serious note, would it be fair to say, excluding Neymar, that Martinelli, I know his form's on the wayside, but excluding Neymar, he's probably the greatest modern Brazilian player of this generation? Why are you not laughing? I'm not laughing. Timber apparently said on our defensive work, it's not just the defense, also Raya, of course, and the whole team. I think an amazing effort while we're defending. I think the standards there are really high, which is amazing to see. It's a privilege to be a part of. I think we've seen it last year. Every point counts. To start here with 3 points is amazing. Now rest, recover, because we have a big game on Sunday again. Looking forward to it in our home stadium. Pass the Timber. Amen. Simple as that. And you look at Mosquera, he made the most passes, had a 94% pass accuracy, had 6 clearances, 3 ball recoveries, won 4 of his 6 aerial duels. I'm not going to lie. His heading is one thing that can improve, but it's not like, oh my God, it's a glaring mistake. I'm not expecting you to be the finished article at 21. Fans are saying he reminds them of Rudiger. Good comparison. Rudiger's a quality defender, but I don't personally see that, but fair play. Won 2 of his 5 ground duels, 3 passes into the final third. I mean, I don't really care about my centre-back playing passes into the final third, just doing your defending. We take it game by game, said Pastor Timber. We know what we're capable of, and there's still a long way to go. But I think today versus Athletic is a very good start. No one can disagree. And you know what? We don't hype Timber enough. He just does his job. how Ten Hag went to Ajax after being Man United manager and bought all them little man and didn't get him. Thank you, Ten Hag. You're definitely an Arsenal fan. You can't have wanted the best for Man United. Keon has spoken about Mosquera. He's in the same DNA as Saliba and Magalhaes. This fella is mobile, quick, strong. There's a lot more to come, and he's putting some good performances. Just keep doing what you're doing. It's crazy seeing Saliba on the bench. It's cool though. And look, Max Dowman, Mad Max. United, you ain't got this. BR, you ain't got this. To be fair, that JJ kid's quite decent. Have we missed anything? What's Timber said on Mosquera? He's done amazing. He's still so young. The way he comes in it looks so easy for him, winning his duels and on the ball as well. It's great to have him next to me. I think he has a bright future ahead as well. Come on. Resale value, all them things. All of it. Big up Jiri and Timber, man. Chelsea. Apparently, Fofana costs more. You lot's recruitment's dead. How much peas has Chelsea spent? Like, Branashile dead. Levi Cole, I like him. You can't talk to any of my defenders. Fofana dead. Do you know what? Shameless, even though I wanted Hatto, but at the end of the day, you're not here. Dead. Branashile, if I didn't say it, dead. They're all dead. United, I'm not even going to buy you. You lot are dead. Lend me a euro. Can't talk to him. Tired. Cut your hair. My centre-back's proper. Clean cuts. Not these silly Chief Keef dreads. Can't even see what's going on. Don't think I didn't see Lenny Euro. You lot are blaming Luke Shaw. Don't think I didn't see Lenny Euro's involvement in them goals. I like Lenny Euro, but he's an easy one to get at, man. Should we be worried for Skelly? No. Because even at this point, last season, Lewis Skelly didn't have a Prem start. There's games. Euro can clear him. So you lot should have a better defense than us. You lot got your defenders are better. You play free at the back. You lot should be better. He clears him at what? What can he do better? Because he's not talking to Saliba. I actually, for what it's worth, Euro has the potential to be one of the best centre-backs in the world. He's not getting there today. He's not there today. Mosquera's better than him. Saliba's better than him. Magalhaes better than him. Shit. Timber, centre-back, man, better than him. You would die for our defenders, man. See, I got some Russells there. Embrace the hate. They can't even bear to watch their team. Timber rejects United. Jay Timber had talks with United. He went to their stadium and training ground. He saw their dead team and decided to join Arsenal. Do you think that Saliba should come back for the weekend? You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. And admittedly, it's a difficult one. Do you keep Mosquera? But then if Mosquera plays and he looks like Haaland does a thing, we might say should have put Saliba back in. If you put a gun to my head, Saliba back in the team. Gabby already broke Marino's shoulder. Now he hit Gyökeres badly. Maybe someone should tell Gabby not to fight that much. You know what? Gabriel Magalhaes reminds me of, is it Lenny from My Cement? I don't think he means it, man. DG can't even say it without a smile. Gotta have bants, man. Gotta have bants, man. I gotta have bants. Got a banter, man. Got a banter. I'm gonna give you lot foolishness. Unpopular opinion, but Saliba is better than Sol Campbell. I've got no comment. I don't know. It's something I've honestly never thought about. They're two players with unique qualities. I've never thought about it. Big up Sol Campbell, though. DG, if Gyökeres bags in half the games we had draws, we win the league. Yes and no. Because some of them draws did come down to we didn't score enough goals. But then there was also times where a great defensive side, we went to sleep. Or sometimes Arteta might have took long with the changes. So it's a difficult one, man. Emirates gonna look like the Alliance. Deluded, if it's not broken, why bring Saliba back? Because Saliba's our best one of our best centre halves. He's got a great partnership with Gabriel Magalhaes. But you are right. That's why I think there's no right and wrong. Mosquera's not put a foot wrong. Even if he has a poor game, complete confidence in you going into the City game. I personally would put Saliba in there. I would. Let's just grab the 3 points. Even Mustafi better than Campbell. What kind of come out of VSLD? What kind of blasphemy? You seen the new stadium plans, DG? I haven't read it, but I've heard of it. I mean, naturally, expand the stadium, get the concerts going. Who knows? Maybe Vibes Cartel at the Emirates. I'm on that. Let's get the bread. See, no one don't care about the Cronkies making money now. Yeah, get your bread. Skelly and Wanyeri still young, true, and especially Lewis Skelly, bro. We ran him in slyly. We ran him into the ground on the slyest of ones last season. And you look at our press. I actually think the midfield worked yesterday. I'm not happy necessarily, but I think the tactics were there. I actually think the players in the first half, they were all drunk, if I'm honest. And I think we're going to see this against City. I would like to see something different. But yeah, somebody mentioned the Ernesto Valverde comments. If Arsenal played in La Liga, they'd be winning 10 titles in a row. In Spain, winning comes from defense. And Arsenal are the best back line in Europe. Does it necessarily always come from defense? I'm not too sure, people. You know I was coming with the Martinelli propaganda. Look at my guy. Look at my. That is a very unique finish. Who else in world football opens their body up like that? That is very unique. Look at the way look at the planted foot. Look at the way. Look at that arm. Look at the trajectory and the symmetry and the asymmetricalness. And anyone got any other smart words out of context we can just say so we look like we know what we're talking about. That's Courtois, you know. I don't make the rules. I just invoke them. Thierry Henry has said this. Do we agree with this, people? On CBS, he said it's a must this year to win something. It's a must. You can't hide. Right now, I will say that nobody has a team as deep as Arsenal in terms of the quality they can have. And the defense. Not sure about midfield. Not sure about attack. Some teams can give them a good run for the starting 11, but if you look at the team itself, it's almost two teams. When you see who's on the bench tonight and you're still missing Odegaard, Havertz, Saka, Jesus, the team is well equipped to play in all competitions. True. But now let's all be honest. It's a must this year. True. To win something. It's a must. You can't hide. Whatever it is, you have to bring something. I know people talk about the title. I do think it's going to be between Liverpool and Arsenal. You can't write off City yet. They're trying new things with new players. But you have to win something. Pardon me. If you talk about what has been done recently, finishing second never gave you a trophy. It's great, but at some point, you've got to validate what you've been doing. I still believe that it's possible, but this year you cannot go back and talk about injuries, which they are happening like at other clubs also. But you have to bring something this year. No more excuses. You have the squad now. You have everything you need to have in order to perform. As a fan, I'll support the team like I always do. But at one point, you've got to be honest. This is a must. This year is a must. No more excuses. If I was in that dressing room, I'm aiming for the title. As a fan, I would want my club to win something. As a player, I'm going for the title first. What we saying there? It's crazy how Chelsea can't recruit proper defenders, yet their recent history was built off winning defensively, especially through Mourinho. Funny that. Mosquera has been very solid so far for us. 30 million from him is a little joke. This is a 50+ million centre back. Crazy, isn't it? I'm telling you, Berta's not going to last long at Arsenal. He's definitely going to get locked up. Timber's better than Sagno. 100%. Huh? When Yeri should play last night, boy. Big up yourself, Riley. Can't believe you lot I cannot believe you lot are responding to BR in the chat. Crazy. Apparently, Real Madrid and Paris Saint-Germain are monitoring William Saliba's situation. Arsenal talks are continuing over a new contract, but nothing has been agreed. Troy Deeney believes Kai Havertz will replace Gyökeres in Arsenal's preferred starting 11 for bigger games this season. Where you lot at with that, people? Not that anyone wants to take in what Troy Deeney has said, but we're never going to read it. Just what do you lot make of that? It provides talking points, people. You know, that's what it's about on this platform. It's also about smashing the like button. Arsenal's smartest summer signing value has tripled already. Well, you'd imagine Mosquera will make a profit, even by our standards. For not that he's going to go, but if we try to say we're selling Mosquera today, you have to make peace. Because I'm feeling a lot easier, if, you know, Saliba, if you want to go to Real Madrid one day, well, that day could be accelerated a bit if you want. Berta apparently is making quick progress in talks with Bukayo Saka and William Saliba over new contracts, people, which we've seen before. Apparently, we've set a deadline by the start of 2026. So that's what? Last 3 months of the year, essentially. Apparently, Liverpool are ready to beat Arsenal to the signing of Ronald Araujo. I don't know what Liverpool are doing, but really, I don't doubt, because there is space actually for another centre-back, in my opinion, specifically right-sided. I think if we're going to bring in another defender, I think there's capacity for a right-back. But really, I don't know for Liverpool, because you could argue they need a centre-back. They missed out on Gurhi, but really, us, really. He's under contract until 2031. I don't believe this, but fair enough. We was linked with Frankie de Jong as well, people. So maybe there's something there. What's this? Apparently, Omri has said I think we've gone over the certain comments, but just in case we've missed anything, more Henry comments. If you want to win the league, you have to go and get it, not play and not to lose games. If you want to beat Liverpool City, you've got to go and get it. You cannot enter a game with let's not lose it until they and then when we go gun Henry, I'm not saying you, but then this is where I think I agree with it, but that's where I think it's a double-edged sword, because then when we go for it, people sit and lose. People are not going to say we're courageous like certain other teams. People are going to say the marks of a champion is if you can't win, don't lose. So you can't win. I do think we can add that bow to our arrow. It's a must this year to win. You have the squad now. You have everything you need to perform as a player and going for the title first. So yeah, we've seen that already. But yeah, Apparently, Eze sent warning as Mikel Arteta makes feelings clear, and Arsenal wrote question. Who sent him a warning? Because Arteta never said nothing in the press conference. Who said what? Steve McManaman, with the greatest of respect, don't nobody on this green earth that supports my club give a fuck what you've had to say. Big up Jury and Timber. I think we've gone over that. See, I don't try and make sure I don't miss out things for you lot. What's this? What's this? Brighton could spoil Arsenal's transfer party. What's this? Oh, they've been linked with a gourmet of Sevilla. According to TBR Football Graham Bailey, Brighton's new sporting director, Jason Ito, who was at Arsenal, weren't he at Newcastle? Apparently, he's targeting Lucien Gourmet. All right, have him. Have him. So we've been linked with a Rojo, and our target's getting stolen. Martinelli explains how he planned his impact as Arsenal sub in Bilbao. Let's hear from the world-class left winger. And they say he's not calculated. He's on the bench. He's coming off the bench. There's some level of calculatedness, right? Don't shoot me. Don't shoot me. It's just banter, man. BR, you will learn. It's just banter, man. He's like Marcel, for those who don't get it, but it's just bants. Don't cry, people. When I came on, I tried to get in behind. I wanted to see where I could find space. I had said to the guys on the bench, there was huge space in behind. Leao saw me. It was a great ball from him. I tried to put the ball in the net for the second goal. I wanted to go past my man and look to find someone in the box. I knew they were tired too. I was able to find Leao and he did the rest. And they say my guy's not calculated. Respect. They were playing at home, so they did well. But I thought we were clinical and deserved to win. When you play for Arsenal, you go to win every game. So it's really good to start the campaign with a victory. We know how big we are when we have this badge on our chest. And with the family we have, we're a big club and we want to win every single match. Oh, Martinelli. What's this? Henri's concern. Everyone's going over the same thing. Hey, Henri, me and you know ball. Because before I read this, don't I always mention the 2-0 defeat to Aston Villa? I'm sure you remember that game where we lost 2-0 to Aston Villa. It makes my heart cry when Henri says it still calls us we, man. At home in 2024, Arteta takes a striker out and puts in a holding midfielder. At that moment, he thought about not losing the game. We ended up losing. Watkins scored. I'm sure we drew. Because, well, Villa dampened our thing a lot. If we won that game, we were ahead of City. Who knows what would happen? I'm just saying, if you want to win the league, you have to go and get it. When you play for the title, you need to go and get it, not play, not to lose. If you want to beat Liverpool City, you've got to go and get it. You cannot enter a game with let's not lose it. If you want to win a league, in my time, you had to get to Man United. You cannot just go and say, let's see if we can get a draw this one. That's why we won in your time. That's why we won the league on their block, mate. A strength in depth Arsenal didn't have before. I didn't think we'd get here. Inaki Williams has branded us one of the favourites to win the Champions League. I don't want to hear it because you was talking mad. You was actually talking very mad before the game. Very, very mad. Maldini Kakuri has joined National League side Morecambe on a season-long loan. Unfortunately for you, I don't think you have a future at the football club, but go do your thing. Martinelli, the amazing Arsenal record Martinelli has extended. Oh, what's that? 6 wins against Spanish sides. I must admit, people, I want to actually hear what Mikel Arteta has had to say. And bear people, to be fair. Martinelli, let's get those comments. Every word from you. Anyone else spoken? Timber, no one else. Raya, no one else. Just Martinelli and the gaffer. All right, well, we'll read these comments. On tonight's win, which was obviously yesterday. What an amazing place to play football, I must say. Yeah, but that's your region in Spain. You're always going to gas them, gaffer. I must say, one of the greatest atmospheres that I've been in. We know that the first 10, 20, 25 was going to be really tough, especially the way they played. It was intense, a lot of direct players, a lot of duels. I think after that, we started to grow throughout the game. And in the second half, we were more fluent, dominant, and looked much more of a threat. At the end, the finishers, they made the impact for us to win the game. And overall, I'm very happy. On what he tells our subs, that they are at least equally important or more important. He's gassing them. We have discussed that the finishes are going to be more important this season, which is true. Sometimes more than the stars, 100%. We changed the game there, especially with the intensity that we play, especially when the team starts to drop off. I'm very pleased that Piero comes in and plays 6 minutes. The first 6 minutes he's played, and Christian is the same. That's the attitude I want from all of us. On Martinelli, fully deserved. I adore Gabby. His attitude, his commitment, his positivity, what he's willing to do for the team. Externally, we certainly value all the qualities that he has and what he brings to the team. I'm so happy that today he was important in 2 actions. Come on the team rallying behind him. That's the spirit. That's why I really enjoy every single day working with them and being part of this team, because the way they look after each other is genuine. and they really want the best for each other. They recognize someone that works every single day in a manner that Gabby does, and you go through struggles or moments recognizing that and having the capacity to connect with them. I think it would mean a lot to him. On if Gabby had a point to prove. I was sure that Gabby was, we ain't got nothing to prove. You know who the drillers are. You know what he does in Spain. You know what he did against Bilbao, Sevilla, Madrid. You know what my guy does. He got nothing to prove apart from proving shit to yourself and the man above. I was so sure that Gabby was going to react like that. He's raised the level to Gabby. We're dirty liars. Arteta, me and you are both liars. I love it. I should get a job here. And he was going to do that. He has such a mentality. He's a player that is constantly willing to learn and improve himself. Very demanding with himself. That's the moment that hopefully is going to give him the confidence again to go, because he's done a stunning play. He's bagging against City. On Martin Zubamendinho, as always, was super steady. I think he controlled the tempo again. Gaffer was sly lying about that one today, but it's cool. As the game progressed, it was much better because he understood the spaces that were there where we could weaken the opponent so that they didn't run at us, especially as we had to turn them around. And in general, very well. Not only him, the whole midfield. We found ourselves with a little more space, but the team has grown. On Bilbao, that they are very hardworking, very tough, very clear about what they do. They have a coach who gives them an identity and solutions that are very difficult to solve, which is true. That's why it took it out of us so much in the first half. In the second half, I think they physically dropped a little bit, but we've always been a little more stable with the ball, and we have traveled more together, and it's been harder for them to run. I think they had more difficulties, but in general, I repeat, a spectacular atmosphere and a team that can compete with anyone. On if the boss will get an assist for his Martinelli substitution. I mean, to be honest, the reporter's sucking dick. You just want to be involved again. That's silly banter. Just ask the guy questions and let him go home. It's always very difficult emotionally to leave players out. I know how much they want to play this competition, what it means to them. Every time you give the lineup, you are disappointing a lot of players, but have to have that experience. I looked on the bench, I looked at him, and in his eyes, I could see that he was ready. Liao as well, they play with confidence, and that connection between them as well, and it's really good. I think that's going to help us a lot for the season. On calling our players finishers rather than starters. Yes, I did. I love it because I don't like other words to describe players. I think if the game is developing, they're going to be more important in many minutes. So the quality of those minutes is going to dictate the quality of the season for sure. On the atmosphere, he's bigged up the atmosphere. On managing the players emotionally, I was very clear. They know how I feel about them. So they know that when I have to leave a player on the bench or out the squad, it hurts me. Starting from there, it's the only thing I can do. It's my job. I have to make decisions. I have to make decisions based on increasing the probability of winning football matches. And they know that that's the only reason why I'm going to make certain decisions. Sometimes right, sometimes wrong. And then they have to stay with that. And they know that if we want to maintain a certain standard, they are very responsible, not only during matches, but in training sessions, the atmosphere they create, how much they care for each other. So all those things are going to be very critical, and all of them are going to play. On the head injuries to Mikel Merino and Gyökeres, I think they're all good. I mean, Gyökeres probably got a nasty little gash. When did Merino bust his head? I feel like Merino, not in that game, but I feel like this has happened to Merino before. I feel like Merino's bust his head, like actually bust his head, and he scored a goal with the thing around him and that. Or am I making it all up? Maybe I'm making it all up. Martinelli, what have you said? I'm really happy with the result, the goal, and the assist to win the game in Bilbao. It's really difficult. I thought the team did really well, especially in the second half. I'm happy to be nominated player of the match. When I came on, I just tried to get him behind. It was just the first minute after I came on. See, instant impact, my guy. And I wanted to just see where I could find space. I said to the guys on the bench that there was huge space in behind. Liao saw me. It was a great ball from him. I tried to put the ball in the net. For the second goal, I tried to go past my man and look back to find someone in the box. They said Martinelli's decision-making and he plays with his head down. We don't talk, Nelly. Super Nelly. We don't talk. We don't talk. We're tired. I was able to find Liao. He did the rest. I think we've seen that already. And he bigged up the atmosphere. And I think, yeah, we have gone over this. So, yeah. Oh, Martinelli. So it's a great day at the office, man. Let's start closing off of these tabs, man. Don't know. Keep that because we got Kenny Ken and whatnot on later. Gone over that. Timber, what have you said? Oh, we've gone over this already. They look happy. They did amazing. I think we have a deep squad, a great squad. So when players come on, they can make a difference like this. It's going to really help this season. The first Champions League win, which is important. It's not easy coming here. As you can see, it was a tough one, but we got the 3 points. I have to say big credit to Martinelli and Trossard. They did amazing. I still can't get over that, though. Mad thing, innit? Absolute madness. Absolute madness. So yeah, big up you lot, man. Smash the like button if you haven't. I feel bad for Odegaard. I feel bad for anyone that's injured because it's a sign of health, innit? But we ain't got time for feelings, bro. Let the best team go out there. Everything's working right now. When it's not, we've got question marks. We're almost at 100 likes, people. Come on. Come on. Big up Will Todd. Show us more pictures of Martinelli. Thank you, Berta, for this squad. Facts. City fraud check incoming. If there's anyone that you should never pay attention to for knowledge, it would be Troy Deeney. Damn. Fake news. We ain't getting in. Proper fake news. Noni has to work on his final third. Otherwise, 4 out of 10. What does 4 out of 10 mean? What are you referring to? The signing or is how he performed? We do need to win trophies, man. We're sniffing at it. We're sniffing at it. That you will sign for Liverpool soon. Don't worry. KJ, who? Once Van Dijk leaves, you man not serious anymore. Once Van Dijk and Salah leave, well, man, don't care. Verts, it's not happening. Isaac Shay, I'm used to you having that. It's over. Allegedly. Yeah, that United fan, I think Arthur said it somewhere. That United fan who's not cutting his hair until they win back-to-back games, they done him dirty. They done him dirty. He done himself dirty. No one done him dirty. You're a Man United fan, you're expecting that to happen. By the end of the season, United supporters will treat Sesko like Højlund. That's his business, boy. You signed the man that was scared of Kai Havertz, not me. Shit. Stop. I'm getting so tired of hearing every pundit and content creator and even Arteta haters say Arteta has to win a trophy this season after every single season. It's just boring now. I hear you, but we probably do have to win a trophy. But even Arteta's talk in the build-up to the game, you have to. Road to 100k, smash the likes and subscribe. Appreciate you, my guy. Appreciate you. Pick up everyone who's hit the like button. Man said you're going to be a 30 dreadhead by the time that happens. JJ Gabriel, if you lot grab him, that's cold. There should be riots at Man United if that man doesn't get, if he leaves, dog, it's 5 games. Oh, it's 5 games in a row. I thought it was back-to-back games. He shaked him. Yeah, he's a dollar. You done it to yourself. You're going to look like Samson out the Bible or something. He's a dickhead. You done it to yourself. I can't help you, player. I cannot help you. I can't help you. I actually thought it was back-to-back games. 5. To be fair, it's a bit mad that a team of Man United stature, I'm talking about these things. Did you mean to schedule the City watch along for today? Karma? You might be Mosquera, you know. Good save. It shouldn't be. You might be Mosquera. I was Declan Rice. I just got, if that is the case, I got caught dilly-dallying in midfield. It can't be for today. Whoa. Is it actually? Okay, so we actually have to go into StreamYard. Meant to be Sunday. Done me dirty. Shit. Even says the 16th. What happened there? Sunday, 21st. There we go. Love for that karma. Hopefully you get some good karma for your good deed there. He should grow his hair and not cut until Arsenal win the champs. No, I used to have long hair. I cut my hair when I was 18. Never going back to that. I had lovely hair. Lovely hair. Look at Karma's picture. My hair was better than hers. My hair was lovely. But no, it's too much maintenance. No. And I can't lie, man. It's too much maintenance. I used to hate when you take the plaits out. I hate it. It hurt to comb it. Washing was therapeutic. And getting it done, it's too, man. Big up anyone who's got long hair. I ain't got time for that, bro. Like, it's too long. Just want to go barber and deal with myself. 119 and not 100 likes. Do better. They hate us, man. They hate us. Our pathways for youths are second to none. Okay. JJ Gabriel has talent, but nothing guaranteed in this game. Plenty of ballers with more talent fail. True, it's true. But I think he's the one, man. I think him, Rio, Max Dowman, I think everyone's respawning them. Spurs ain't got one. No, they do, you know. They do. They have Mickey Mouse. I don't know. He's on loan in Scotland. I don't know what he's in. I don't know. I've seen Rio do it in the Prem. I've seen Max doing it in front of everyone's eyes. JJ will get his time. He's only 14. I don't know for Mickey Mouse. Gunnar K said he jumped on the debate. Kenny Ken 2 weeks ago. He's gone into hiding. Oh my god. Okay, you're right. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you hid. I'm hotting. All right, 4 p.m. We're hotting him up. And don't worry, people, I need you lot to join me at 4 p.m. because we need to get on to Kenny. Don't say him about Gyökeres, Martinelli, Mikel Arteta's tactics. DJB will be there as well. We need to ask questions and we need to provoke havoc. Play devil's advocate, people. Eze left wing. Make out that gaslighting. We need this. We need this. We need this. We absolutely need this. That's a 4 p.m. thing. Calm always catches strays from DJ. Just because, no, you lot don't see when she's in the comments. Trolling. I'm always going to hit back. I'm always going to hit back. It's all bad still, man. She's a good sport. She's one of the mods. Big up Jerome in the comments as well, man. He's shorter than me, 5'7", midget. That new training kit is nice. I may grab it. Arsenal cost me a lot of money. I'm not going to lie. Everything Arsenal dropping. The new jacket, the training stuff for the Champions League. Everything they've dropped in the last... From summer started till now, really, like, everything is decent. Yeah, you lot allow all of that, man. What's all these jokes? Who we gaslighting? Kenny Ken, Martinelli, Eze left wing, Arteta's tactics, everything. No, don't do that, Carmen, because especially when I get other like women supporting Arsenal fans here, you lot love to do the ganging up thing. Don't play a victim. Don't throw rocks and hide hands. We're not doing that. Bradley, come on, my guy. She always catch corn. No one can talk to me today. Martinelli bagged, bro. Nobody can talk to me today. Martinelli bagged. And he is world class. Saka defo is world class. What's the time? We got to be careful. Justice for karma. Stop doing that. What you lot are not going to do, yeah, is make me act like I'm the villain. What is this? Romano, how Arsenal feel internally about Martinelli. Very happy. Top mentality. Coming off the bench in a fantastic way. Arsenal are happy with Gabriel. Light work, bro. We're all happy with him. This is what we do. Martinelli turns the tide to showcase Arsenal's new attacking depth. I win. I ain't going to say this, but I can see it here. The madman that used to play for us, he's pled not guilty. Fuck him. Don't condone that. Zubameni says Arsenal have a player who's similar to Yalmau. Said Saka. They're going to defo take his stuff out of context. Oh, what was that from TBR? Who's he called a machine? Hincapie. He's called Hincapie a machine. Oh, so he's commenting. Oh, he's commented that on his Instagram. Made me think there's something actually in there. Is there anything else Arsenal related? Arteta called his decision in disgrace. Now he's set to referee first Arsenal game in 2 years. Oh, so we got this cunt. Don't appear. It really and truly don't appear like there's nothing else actually worth talking about where the papers are concerned. Shout him. Fury, big up yourself. Interestingly, Fury is the first person to buy DG merchandise. Appreciate you, my guy. Tremendous the fact he scored in the champ shows level. He plays for Spurs. That Luca Williams Barnett guy's cold, but Spurs never make it at Spurs. Spurs don't bust through the sick youths. They never make it. And I hope they don't. From a personal point of view, I hope you make it. I hope you fuck off to Germany or somewhere and you make it. Actually, Madueke could have come through Spurs' academy. He obviously went PSV and like didn't reject the scholar, went PSV, developed, went Chelsea, and ironically he's here now, innit? Oh, Nelly, fair play. So yeah, people, man, I'm conscious of time. We've got 36 minutes until we'll be here with Kenny Ken. 9 more people have to hit the like button. If you haven't hit the like button, then you know what you need to do. Appreciate you lot as always. And yeah, man, 4 p.m. I'm going to have Kenny Ken and DJB. It's a chance for me to shut up and a chance to ask them Arsenal-related stuff. So yeah, man, big up you lot. Up the Gunners. Come on, you Gunners. Now we focus on Manchester City. Don't forget, 7:30, we will be watching Bayern Munich against Chelsea. So yeah, bless people. And Arteta, we've got depth. If you need another fullback, multifunctional one, give me a bell.
Against this right back, Charlie, definitely.
Always